All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and honor and glory to where it's due. To Yahweh, Bahashim Yasha, Bahashim Kadash. Giving all glory and honor to the Almighty Yahweh, Bahashim Yasha. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who were willing to tell the truth. Shalom to the sincere brother out there who pushing this truth. And then finally, brothers and sisters, while studying diligence. While Shalom to the elect scattered abroad. Today, this is your brother Ayawab coming back to you today with another lesson entitled, The Most High Will Judge at His Will. Or something to that effect. Or the Most High can judge a nation or a man only. Something to that effect. Because you have these simpletons, these ignorant people out here saying, why would the Most High judge all of, let's just say, the white man for putting us in slavery? Why would God judge all of the white man? Even though, and then they'll put, even though not all white people did it. Well, first off, they was made for the wicked, and I'm sure the majority of the white people, so-called white people, Esau, wanted or had a part of putting us in slavery. And I'm sure all of Esau wanted to, they just, I don't know. But I'm just going to continue on saying that Esau wanted to, and even if all of them didn't, the Most High can judge a nation or a man only. So he decided to judge the whole nation for what they did, for what they done to us, for having a perpetual hatred. And I'm just going to go ahead and bring out that script instead of rambling. I think it's in Ezekiel for real. Instead of typing, let me see. Start at 1. It's not showing up. I think this one. So I'm start at 5. Ezekiel 35 verse 5. The water Yahweh Yahweh. Ezekiel 35 verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. Let me start at 2. 1. Ezekiel 35 verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. So Mount Seir is Esau. That's where they dwelt. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. So Esau has had a perpetual hatred against us, and shed the children of Israel. Going back from slavery, slaughtering the Native Americans, and so on and so forth. So even if some of them didn't do it, the Most High is judging the whole nation in this accordance. Most High can judge a man or a nation. Go ahead and bring this out. This is 1 Samuel 2 verse 6. Started, 6. 1 Samuel 2 verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. So this is an instance where the Lord killeth, where he judges one person or 2 or 3 people at a time. Or, he kills somebody and he also maketh alive. So he's judging people. He can judge a person or a man only. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. So he can judge a man by himself or a nation in whole. Why? Why, Lord? Why? Romans 2 verse 11. For there is no respect of persons with the Most High. So he don't respect people. He don't respect the persons. He don't care if you rich or poor, free or bond. He don't care. He's going to judge you accordingly. I don't know if this is it. I feel like there's a scripture going to that effect, that the Most High would judge to his own will, but I can't think of it right now. But the Most High is not a respecter of persons. Acts 10 verse 34, then Peter opened his mouth and said, of a truth I perceive that the Most High is no respecter of persons. So he don't care. If he made Esau to be the wicked, then damn it, he's going to make Esau to be the wicked. It's his movie. Who are we? And if the Most High wants the Israelites to be his chosen people and to receive the glory and to come back and possess the kingdom, then it's not of our will, so the Most High's will. Just as if the Most High has a remnant who will come through the fire and make it out of the Jacob's trouble and make it to the end, who are we to say no? Who are we to say, well, why didn't you choose me? Or why didn't you choose my brother? We can't do that, because it's the Most High's will. It's not of our will, but of the Most High's will. We can't just say, hey, can you help me out? First off, because it's been chosen from the beginning, and we ain't nothing but clay. We ain't nothing but clay. So there's nothing that we can do except keep pushing forward. There's Romans 9 KJV. Let's start at 9. Romans 9 verse 9. For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by her father Isaac, for the children, verse 11, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. So Esau and Jacob didn't do anything wrong. It was just of the Most High of the Most High's election, who he wanted to be the protagonist and the antagonist. They didn't do nothing wrong. It's just how the Most High wanted to be done. Jumping down to verse 15, Romans 9, verse 15. I'm going to say, 15. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom he will have compassion. On whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. So the Most High is going to show mercy on whom he will show mercy. And he's going to judge who he wants to judge it. Jump down to verse 20. Nay, but O man, who art thou that replies against God? Shall a thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? So that's just like if the Most High, Lord willing, he doesn't, but say he brings one of the Akim out of the truth. Even me. Who are we to say why'd you do this? It's the Most High. It's how the Most High wanted it to happen. Lord willing, it doesn't happen to any of the Akim, but just for an example's sake. Or if he doesn't, or if he blinds a Jake not to understand this truth, not to perceive it, but to what's the word? But to not listen to it, just not to hearken. Because the Most High is also a stumbling block. 1 Peter 2 verse 7, unto you therefore which believe he is precious, but unto them which be disobedient, the stone which the builders disallowed, the same is made of the head of the corner, and a stone of stumbling, and a rock of offense unto them which stumble at the word, being disobedient, whereunto also they were appointed. So they were appointed to stumble, appointed not to understand, because it was the Most High's will for them to stumble, for them not to understand. And that's the Most High judging a person. He didn't want that specific person to come into the truth, to understand, but to stay in the world, to stay in darkness. None that we can control, for we are slaves ourselves, slave to the Most High. Just like the Most High, as I said again, has made the Israelites his chosen people. Second Ezra 6 verse 54. Second Ezra 6 verse 54. And after thee, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou hast made the world for our sakes. As for the other people which also come from Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falls from a vessel. So the Most High has likened these other nations to be nothing. And that's of the Most High's will. Him judging the other nations. And not caring about the people, but the nation. Also in Deuteronomy 14 verse 2. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power, and the Lord has chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth. So the Most High chose our nation. He didn't choose one person out of that nation, one person, but he chose the whole nation to be his peculiar people, to be holy. And the same goes for Esau. He has made them the wicked. Proverbs 16, verse 4. Proverbs 16, verse 4. The Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. So that's why the Most High made Esau for the day of evil, to show what evil is, and to show what evil is in the earth. I forget how to spell Malachi. Slacky for the fucking noise in the background. People always trying to rev up their cars. If y'all hear that, I know I slaughtered Malachi. Okay. Slacky. Malachi 1. Malachi 1 from the top, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Said the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragon of the wilderness. So the Most High hates Esau and loves Jacob. Verse 4, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord, against the people, and the people, so not just the person, but the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. So it's just not one person of Esau that the Lord, or just these 2 or 3 people that put us in slavery. It's all the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. So it's not our fault that the Lord hates so-and-so, white man. You're complaining to the wrong person. It's like you. It's not our fault, man. We are not the ones in control here. But the Lord can only judge, or it's like the Lord can judge a nation or a man only. As I brought out, and I'm going to bring up this last one, which is this last precept, which gets straight to the point here. This is Job 34, verse 29. It's like 34, verse 24. He shall break in pieces mighty men without number, and set others in their stead. Therefore he knoweth their works, and he overturneth them in the night, so that they are destroyed. He striketh them as wicked men in the open sight of others, because they turned back from him, and would not consider any of his ways, so that they caused the cry of the poor to come unto him, and he heareth the cry of the afflicted. When he giveth quietness, who then can make trouble? And when he hideth his face, who then can behold him? Whether it be done against a nation or against a man only. So the Most High can do it to a nation or a man only. And in Esau's case, he's doing it to the whole nation. Sorry, Esau. This is how the Most High movie is. It's of the Most High's will, man. But that's all I had. First and foremost, say Kahalayim La, Yahweh Hashem Shabbat Hashem Kadas. Giving all glory and honor to the Almighty Yahweh Hashem Yosha. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and who taught you. Shalom to the sincere brother out there who preaching this truth and edifying the brothers who I said to do this. Watch shalom to the elect scattered abroad. Lord willing, this video will edify to the spirit, to the body, to the fold. To know that the Most High can judge a man or a nation. But keep pushing. We almost home. We almost out of here. Kwame Yashala. Shalom.